Welcome to this special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. In the next half hour, we're going to recap some of the year's biggest stories in Montgomery County. We begin with a recent decision by local leaders to raise the minimum wage, a decision that has put Montgomery County on the national stage. Susan Kennedy reports.
The new law will raise the minimum wage to $11.50 per hour by the year 2017. The measure was overwhelmingly approved by the council and signed into law by the county executive without a hitch.
It's signed.
Councilmember Mark Elrich led the charge to raise the minimum wage. He says he believes this is the most effective piece of legislation passed by the council during his tenure.
It's really good. I mean, we do a lot of legislation, and I can't think of anything we've done that will affect people's lives as profoundly for like years to come as this legislation. And I don't think, in public service, being able to make a difference in people's lives is the definition of public service.
For those workers who are supporting themselves or their families on a thin financial margin, an increase in the minimum wage will provide them with additional money, much of which probably will be spent right here in our local economy here in Montgomery County.
The bill was co-sponsored by council members Valerie Irvin and Nancy Navarro. This historic vote is designed to balance the needs of county workers and businesses that are still recovering from the national recession. Prince George's County has since passed a similar measure, and the District of Columbia is poised to do the same. Elrich says that regional approach was key to the bill's passage.
I think so, because once it was regional and we all were on the same time frame, we all know the wage is inadequate. We all see the social consequences of poverty. It wasn't like we had to debate, like, is it okay for poverty to go on like this forever? We all felt we needed to do something.
The bill signing precedes action by the state. Delegate Tom Hucker says he hopes this move will provide momentum for similar legislation during the General Assembly session in 2014.
Yeah, there's been a minimum wage bill almost every year. It always goes down in defeat, unfortunately. But, having Montgomery step out like this and be the first county in the state to raise the minimum wage, having Prince George's follow our lead right after that, having our friends in D.C. do the same thing, I think will take a lot of the wind out of the sails of the opposition.
Thank you all for all the work you did.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Getting around on two wheels is now a little easier now that the Capital Bikeshare Network has expanded its program to Montgomery County. Rockville 11 covered the launch at one of the county's first bike stations.
That's right. It was an exciting launch event for the expansion of the Capital Bikeshare Network right here in downtown Rockville. Elected officials and cycling enthusiasts were on hand to give their support for the Bikeshare program in Montgomery County.
We're here to celebrate the first bike sharing system in Maryland.
Red bikes in Rockville and the rest of the county mean the expansion of the Capital Bikeshare Network in Maryland. Bike sharing provides short-term bicycle rentals at self-service automated solar-powered docking stations. The launch event brought out supporters of the program.
And there's no question that Montgomery County is the leader in bike paths, bikeways, and bike share.
I think that it provides us with a foundation for an expansion, not only here in the city of Rockville, but throughout the entire Montgomery County, Friendship Heights, Chevy Chase, Bethesda, and Silver Spring, all over the county. We are joining a regional network, as you know, from the District of Columbia, Arlington, Fairfax, Alexandria. So I think it's exciting for the riders, for our young people, for any and everybody who want to be part of the bike sharing program.
A lot of good reasons to ride a bicycle, but I think the main reason is because it's fun. And I think bike share is going to open up the fun of bicycling to a lot more people, and they're going to realize that it's a great thing that you can incorporate into your everyday life.
Rockville's Bike and Pedestrian Safety Coordinator Kevin Belanger worked with the county's Department of Transportation to launch the program. He gave us a tutorial on how bike sharing works.
You have the full year membership. That's what this thing does here. It's $75 for a full year membership, and it gives you unlimited 30-minute trips you want to take around town. If you go over 30 minutes, it costs you $1 per every 30 minutes on top of that. You'll take your key fob, you'll stick it into the hole right here, You'll wait until the light turns green, and you'll just hop up on pull the seat back, comes out pretty easily. When you're done with your trip, go back to the station, find an empty dock, and just shove it back in, wait till the light turns green, and you're good to go. You can walk away from it.
Membership options include anywhere from yearly registration to 1 day. For more information and a map showing installed stations in the county, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/bikeshare. For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Suiso.
It's not every day that the President of the United States comes to town. Earlier this year, President Obama visited a woman-owned construction company in Rockville, where he discussed the impact of the budget battle.
Well, hello, Rockville.
During the first week of the federal government shutdown, President Obama paid a visit to a Montgomery County construction company, where he pressed Congress to end the shutdown. While many local leaders attended the invitation-only event, area residents, some of them furloughed employees, lined the streets outside M. Lewis Construction in hopes of catching a glimpse of the president's motorcade.
I'm furloughed, so I wanted to come and show my support for him.
I thought it was pretty neat. There's a lot of security here, lots of security.
The most exciting day of my life. I didn't get to see him at the inaugurations, you know. So for him to come to our backyard, I mean, this is just absolutely amazing.
It was pretty neat. I mean, I work in the district. We see his motorcades go by a lot. But like I said, I'm kind of an amateur photographer, so I like to just get good shots. And I got a pretty good shot of him.
If you could talk to him, do you have a message for him?
Yeah, stay the course.
Came down to see the president. I've never seen him before, so.
I saw him in the back seat by himself. He was second car in, the limousine coming in.
It's nice to see the president coming out and seeing what we are, what we're doing here and what our businesses do here in Rockville.
The construction company employs about 250 workers, and its owners said they were honored to host the president.
I feel a sense of overwhelming gratitude and awe that the president would take a look at companies like ourselves.
They also praised Montgomery County officials.
We are so delighted to be part of a county that is so business friendly and actively supports the business community. I think we can't stress that enough.
And we're very pleased that the president singled them out as a great local business that's helping our economy grow strong.